Captain Peter Tutsi, South Korea. This is my briefing room, part 3 to short flights. We've departed Doha en route to Bahrain. We're currently in our descent, cleared to maintain 3,000 feet, and we're leaving 11,600 feet. Up to this point in this very fast flight, we completed the after takeoff procedure, the after takeoff check. And once reaching cruise, we started to configure for the approach and landing by doing the descent procedure, which involved RMP check, which was 2 nautical miles and correct, center tank fuel management, no fuel in the center tank, the boost pumps were off, and the landing field elevation set 8 feet, and we set that on the pressure controller. The nearest setting was 50 feet. Those are the first 3 items of the descent procedure. The next 3, we checked the recall, no items involved. We set the VREF for flaps 30 at 140 knots, and we set the MDA for the ILS for runway 30 right 256, as you can see. So that's 6 items and 4 items remaining in the descent procedure. And frequencies, 110.3 we set, as you can see up here on the identifier in the top left corner of the PFD, IBIA, and we've set the courses on the MCP 300 and 300. We had a look at the OPT on the ground before departure for the landing performance in Bahrain. You don't have any time on a short flight, 24 minutes on the flight plan with the winds today. We're the 8th of April, 2025. Actual weather, actual conditions. You don't have time on short flights to get into the OPT unless there's a requirement for non-normal, whatever. All of that should have been done on the ground prior to departure. A good tip, I tell all pilots that I'm training is use yellow Post-it notes with information that's quick at hand, posted on the checklist on the control column, on the control wheel, rather than going into an iPad for short flights. Go into your iPad first, write down the frequencies 110.3 for the ILS for runway 30 right for Bahrain. Write down the approach courses 300 degrees. Write all this information down. The ATIS, write it down. Communication frequencies that you expect for the arrival in Bahrain and en route. Write these items down on a Post-it note and put it on the center of the control wheel rather than look over to an iPad. We don't want 2 pilots looking left and looking right simultaneously at iPads. We want pilot flying with heads up, looking outside and flying the airplane and only flying the airplane with MCP inputs. Anything that requires heads down to ask the pilot monitoring to do that for him. These are tips and very, very important. So already up to this point, we've done all of those items. On the ground, I briefed my first officer that as soon as you get a chance, dial in the frequencies for the ILS once we're airborne, and you have a moment for Bahrain. 110.3. Dial in the courses of 300 on the MCP. I will fly the airplane while you're doing that. Set up the, go to the approach page on the FMC and select flaps 30 approach speed, the VREF. Set that. Remember, this is such a short flight that your VREF at the time you're setting it will be the same in the next 10 minutes or so. So there are many items that we've done already, and you can see that here. the VRF set for flaps 30, the minimum set 256 for Cat 3 aircraft for the ILS runway 30 right. We've done that already. The altimeter setting we got from the ATIS, and we set it at 1012. Wow. This is how you handle a short flight. Then the briefing. Well, the briefing could have been done on the ground, and this could be a brief briefing in that no changes. Are you happy with the briefing we gave for the ILS runway 30 right on the ground? Yes, I'm happy. Let's just have a quick review to make sure that it's done. That type of thinking is important on short flights. You can get a lot done on the ground before you go. And use Route 2, which we have. King Fahd Airport is the alternate. It's 90 nautical miles, and the routing is all in Route 2, ready to go if we needed it. Captain Peter Cutsey, South Korea. This is my briefing room. See you in the next video, which will be part 4.